A lot of people don't realize what the west side of Elk Grove is like and how the CNU proposal would negatively affect the communities surrounding it. This is the west side of Elk Grove. It's beautiful, quiet, safe, and people have invested their hard-earned money to buy homes, raise families, and make a life here. We've got beautiful parks and very low crime rates, excellent schools, very close to the Stonelake National Wildlife Refuge. Behind this school, you'll see Natoli Park, and this is one of the access points to the levee trail where you can see the wildlife from the refuge. Looking north, you can see the Stonelake community. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away, you'll find the other side of the wildlife refuge, where you get to see lots of birds and other wildlife that you wouldn't normally have an opportunity to experience. Looking back across the freeway, you'll see where CNU currently has their college in the old AAA building. The height doesn't stand out too much next to the 1- and 2-story homes that surround it, but when you put things into perspective, you'll see that the 13-story hospital that they want to build will dwarf the community. Looking down Elk Grove Boulevard eastward, there are no high-rises. There are no buildings over 4 stories tall, as we're lucky enough to have plenty of land to spread out instead of building to the sky. Stonelake Landing is a collection of valuable services to the community. It went through hard times during the recession, but as it started to bounce back, vacant spaces were beginning to be filled, and the surrounding neighborhoods were thrilled to be able to access commercial and recreational services within walking distance. These business owners brought value and amenities to the area and also gave back to the community. A prime example is Dreaming Dog Brewery, who have held countless fundraisers and donated to various charities. And sadly, their business, which you can see in the center of this photo, is right where CNU intends to build their hospital. You see the 1- and 2-story homes that are on the edge of the entire property, but you'd never know it by looking at their promotional materials, because, not surprisingly, CNU left out the surrounding community in its graphics. And if it still doesn't resonate, here's an example of the height of the proposed hospital to some famous landmarks, like the Statue of Liberty, the Washington Monument, or more familiar to us, the state capitol. And when you compare it to the size of the adjacent homes, you'll see how this project would absolutely tower over the residents, casting a shadow on master-planned communities. There have been other projects that have come before the Planning Commission, where commissioners have made decisions based on how well a project fit in with the character of the area. More recently, the Planning Commission considered a request to change the general plan, which would allow a developer to create a private gated community in rural Elk Grove. And the Planning Commission denied the request, primarily because the project will not comply with the general plan and the character of the rural community. While the neighborhoods in the west side of the city value character too. The character of our small business neighbors, the character of the surrounding wildlife, the character of our community. CNU and its proposed hospital in no way fit in with the character of any of those things. Please vote not to recommend this proposal to City Council.